Is there anything that you would do differently?
Yes, I would ask people to tell the truth.
Oh, Meghan, careful what you wish. You might just get it. I don't know for how long she's going to be doing this kind of podcast. By the way, I was boring. I already told you on my Body Language Guide channel. Make sure that you go. I'm going to leave the link in the description because there was this massive mask slips. But there are so many other lies that and nonsense that she talked about that we're going to address today. But I don't know for how long she's going to keep doing this podcast because literally, I already have in my analysis twice as much views than whatever she's got on that podcast. And I'm not saying that, okay, maybe the channel itself where she did that podcast is a bit new, but where is the Sausage Squad? Where are Meghan's fans? And then I realized, oh yeah, maybe the podcast was so boring, 90 minutes of pure boredom, but I made sure to highlight in my other video those mask slips. Today we are going to hear in this in the Royal Rogue address a few things that were left, let's say, unsaid on that video. The first thing, I think that Meghan should rebrand like this, because we know that Meghan is going to rebrand at some point. I think that Meghan should rebrand to Ars Fever. That would be a nice rebrand. I think that represents, it's representative of the quality of her brand. But right now, first clip that we are going to watch is Meghan trying to explain how, the selling all her stock and restocking as ever might not be the best idea. It might be bad for business. I mean, what?
What did you do and how did you feel when everything was gone?
Well,
Or I should ask you, was it planned?
By the way, I'm going to be clear about this. I have seen these clips, but I have not made an actual body language analysis. So I basically am going to be reacting live to this. So let's do
Feel
this.
when everything was gone?
well,
Or I should ask you, was it
Yeah, I'm going to repeat that laughter because it's worth it.
well,
Or I should ask you, was it
Oh my God, that's how she starts. Well,
planned?
I like the question that if sell out is the word.
What did you do and how did you feel when everything was gone?
When everything was
well,
gone?
Or I should ask you, was it planned?
Was it planned? That is an extremely good question. Was it planned? It could be.
I mean, did you plan to actually?
no,
Oh,
no.
okay.
It was a beautiful surprise. I had a feeling there would be a lot of interest. And we planned for that. We didn't plan for everything selling out in under an hour. And so watching those metrics happen in real time, I set my alarm for the exact moment we were going to go live, and watching it, getting texts from my friends saying, it's already sold out.
Oh yeah, and that is the reaction from Emma. The face was like, all right, I'm trying to believe
My
you.
friend saying, it's already sold out. And then
that face says it all. And set my alarm.
happen in real time. I set my alarm for the exact moment we were going to go live.
I set my alarm for the exact moment that we're going to go live. I mean, this is your main product. You're finally going to open up your doors for people selling, and you need to set up an alarm to remind you of, oh, look at that, this is a time for me to sell. No, that is the most asinine thing. That's so fake. Who said you would 100% know at what time the online gates are going to be open for people begin to buy your products? You gotta set an alarm for that. I think that was Emma's face reaction because of it.
And then it was amazing. And also, to your point, because I'm business minded, I'm immediately going, okay, well, this is going to be a big pivot. Now what?
Okay, so just in case we're gonna have this business lingo and stuff, but we are also going to talk about those remarks about her kids, because I think it's important to that question about she asking Emma asking about how Meghan talks to her kids about money. But first, let's get this over with, because this is the best part. This is Meghan's explanation of what happened with that stock going away.
Because I knew that I had a decision to make, which came down to what is our timeline to be able to restock these products that we had? Well, we can restock what we had at those same quantities, but then I'll have another sellout.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want that for people.
Right.
No. I don't want that for people. I don't want, to restock so there's another sellout. I don't want that for people. No, it was unbelievable. I said, what? What? Thanks to Sonny Loman for chiming on this. I'm not gonna restock because it just sell out again, said no business person ever. As a former management consultant and financial manager, I can tell you the reason she's not restocking. She has no more money in which to do it. Whatever money she made in the sales of her gems likely went to the debt that she incurred setting up the business, and there's none left over to restock. She incurred in debt to set up the business, and it should have been some profits so she can restock again. But in fact, she likely overspent so much she's still deep in the hole, because otherwise she could easily get more debt. The bank would say, okay, this is a viable business. Let's lend her more money. Inventory is not cheap. The more you buy, the less you spend per item. If you can't afford to buy a lot, then you spend too much per item and you can't make enough on sales to cover your other costs. That's what she means, but she couldn't get in enough quantities. She couldn't buy enough to restock at a price cheap enough to make enough to cover costs, and she's deeply in debt from the first go-round, so it's over. So it was such a little batch of products that it was not viable, that she essentially had not faith in her own brand. She thought that, no, okay, I don't know if I could be able to sell like more than 1,000 of this. Get it? That is sad. You should be, more, let's say, confident about your ability to sell. Like Penguin Random House with all those spare books that were literally frozen. It's like, it's having that kind of faith. Moving on, we have this, and this is, talking about the bump dance that we already analyzed in this and my body language channel as well.
Just be authentic. Did you see my baby mama dance?
I mean, stop it. First of all, can I just tell you the timing of that? We maybe watched it like 20 times yesterday, and I was like, is that her?
Oh my God.
Is that Prince Harry?
Yeah, it was her. It was Harry. And well, with some props, can we say that? Can I say that stuff? I already made a video explaining how that belly is physically impossible.
With the fingers and the. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
okay, Meghan and Harry, let's go.
But I think
But that's you, right? Like that's you in a way that we kind of haven't been able to see you before.
And we didn't want to see before, now, or ever.
And I did like a little secret cheer because I was like, well, that's what I kind of want to see from you. Like I want to see that happiness and that honesty and that like
realness. Look at how Meghan says realness. You're gonna zoom in because I want to torture you.
honesty and that like
Realness.
honesty and that like.
Why does she move her jaw like that? Why? No, she looks like that meme. You remember it's not a meme. It's another word. But why realness? That is actually difficult to do.
That, like I don't give a fuck.
But
kind
also,
of thing.
by the way, that wasn't yesterday.
No, true.
That was 4 years.
That wasn't yesterday. We still don't know why she said that. That wasn't yesterday. All right.
Years ago. So it's also a really great reminder that with all the noise or whatever people do, there's still a whole life, a real, authentic, fun life that's happening behind the scenes. I'm just grateful that now, being back on social as well, I have a place where I can share it on my own terms.
on my own terms, she finally got her voice back. And before you say, yeah, she is saying literally those words.
Or enjoy or be inspired by, then I want to do that in a way that feels like I can still have my hands on it and not be overproduced.
But are you thinking about it in the way that so many of us do as also a business tool?
Not for my personal account.
Really?
No. For my personal account?
Oh, my personal account, my Instagram personal account is not for business, has nothing to do with business. So how are you saying that?
Yeah.
No.
Well, that's the one we're all following.
Well, good.
That's
a
the
lot
one
of you
that
are
we're
following
like,
as ever.
just
too.
dropped.
No.
So artificial, plastic, and fake. I think that this is more fake than synthetic AI. If it's AI has more spirit than anything that I think the other place that I've heard such fake laughter is the Jimmy Fallon show. The only other
I think
place.
for me, it was a great way to...
She's gonna say it. She's gonna say it.
Get my voice back.
Yeah.
Oh, she said that. Get my voice back.
You have to.
Get my voice back.
1,000,000%.
Were you silenced? Or were you silent? Or were you silenced? Oh my God, this is a deja vu. How many times? It's like I was waiting. I mean, this in that bottle language guy video, I proved that she doesn't like the kitchen, and she said, maybe I can play that clip. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna do some kind of teaser. I'm gonna cheat, and I'm going to play that for you. Where's that one? It is right here. You're gonna. Here it goes.
And I love being in the kitchen. I've always loved cooking. So, and I love being in the kitchen. I've always loved cooking. So, and I love being in the kitchen. I've always loved cooking. So,
yeah, this was the same lady, so to speak, that at 11 years old was offended of that the people say that, oh yeah, women belong to the kitchen or something like that. You remember the soap dishwasher? I'm not gonna recall that again. I still have nightmares about that one, but we need to move on because we are gonna be here all day.
No, I think for me it was a great way to get my voice back.
Yeah, you have to.
Get my voice back.
1,000,000%.
Yeah, and that's really, it's my space and my channel for joy. That is the intention of my hand.
Yeah, joy. Where I have heard that before. And does Meghan have imposter syndrome?
Is there any part of you that feels any sense of imposter syndrome? Do you ever sit back and get overwhelmed by how big the opportunity is and then, pedal back from anything that might be?
I don't. I think I have.
Cards.
I think that I've always had a very entrepreneurial spirit, as we talked about, but equally, I enjoy being in a position of having a strong team around me.
That really came out wrong. Not going to give you any details.
Being able to help guide that team as a whole.
As a what? As what?
Team as a whole.
Oh, as a whole. All right. Sorry. All right. And the next is?
You don't need to posture as though you know everything. It is perfectly okay for me as the founder and the owner of this company to say, sorry, what does that mean?
Yes.
Can you help me understand that? And actually, I think it's a really great posture to take, or a truth rather, to take as a leader, to show that, yes, I know what I know, but I'm also so excited to have people on this team that know more about certain avenues than I do.
Oh, she's so humble. Oh, can you explain this to me? I want to learn. I want to know how this works, and I want to react to that clip. I was talking about that. Money Talk with Kids. This is a clip that you came here for. Let's watch this.
You have conversations with your kids about money. Like, how are you even beginning to think about that type of thing?
Well, we sometimes do a little farmer's market stand.
Nice.
No, seriously. What?
That type of thing.
Well, we sometimes do a little farmer's market stand.
Nice.
So
Yes.
we have...
That's so American. I love that idea. Like a little lemonade stand just makes me feel like that is like perfect American. Americana in Montecito with a farm stand.
But
Like,
we do.
How
we,
beautiful.
We grow a lot of veggies, and part of what I want them
go and sell these.
part of what I want them to learn is, and gardening is really, really so great for children because it teaches them patience, teaches them to value and appreciate their food.
I don't know. I have the feeling that of all the things that never happened, that these never happened the most. There are people that are trying to find out about the authenticity of what she's saying, because it would be hard to not spot the Duchess of Sausages and her kids at a farmer's market stand. Nobody taking pictures, nobody filming. Give me a break. No, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. But well, we saw so many stuff about this interview. I'm sure that we're going to see more stuff, but I would like to know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue. Much love and bliss.